Alright, the other players are already waiting on me because I'm late with my turn. So let's get this done quickly. Yeah, we left on the communications tab. That's where there's only messages here. Message from, gift has been accepted. Message from, gift is to ensure our lasting peace. Giving me radioactives. Okay. I don't necessarily need that. I was asking for basic sensors. Oh, the message just got through this turn. This gift is to ensure a lasting peace. I've considered your request for a gift, which I've voted to give you this gift for limited and hard-earned resources in recognition of the goodwill. Keep the warp point free of traffic. Yes, he asked me out of game for this turn that he has a ship moving through there, and I told him it would be free. I refrain from colonizing any further worlds in the Canopus system, as you already have 3. Did we have 3? Thought it was only 2. We hope that these resources can be used to establish one or more facilities on your numerous worlds, and would be very honored if these institutions or facilities would be named after us. That's nice. I mean, 1,000 rats is basically nothing. And he's pointing that I have very many worlds and that I haven't built anything on these worlds yet because I'm building units. It's very nice between the lines there. Message sent to the E, yes. Message sent to the Slurpee Raiders, yes. That's stuff from last turn. New colony here. We got level 3 of repair transferred, okay. We got a message from him about combat in that system. I have a Lorum, let's see what that was later. Finished some war drones over there. More facilities, more war drones, and the first of the troops for an invasion to claim some of those methane breathers. Okay, that's not the combat we got. This is the combat we got. Guruk sent a small drone onto one of Mystic's planets. There's a drone here. Is that just one of his scout drones? Yeah, that's just one of his scout drones. Wonder if he wanted to get a specific scan of the planet. Maybe see what his weapon platform's designs are. There's a drone that's launched here as well. Or we just accidentally ran across the planet. It's just one of his standard drones. Okay. We do in fact not have 3 worlds. I guess he means we have 3 worlds in these 2 systems. I'm going to acknowledge that, tell him that I've gotten both of the breathable worlds in the Canopus system claimed now. But there's still this one we can breathe, this one we can breathe. In addition to these 2. Yeah. We're gonna need to tell them that we can actually breathe carbon dioxide. But I'm just going to acknowledge the Canopus system and not mention Texrec for the time being. This is one of the new colonies that we got this turn. I think it's the only new colony we got this turn. You're obviously also not going to be mining anything, so you're going to be a research compound. Intel we've got concentrated mostly elsewhere. For now, just start with some defenses. You were already starting with defenses. You were having one of these scanner platforms on there. So you just build 1 or 2 weapon platforms and then a space yard. After that, who knows? I think I just queued up research center so I wouldn't forget this. So let's do that here as well. Although we're most likely going to switch to some sort of warships soonish. Talking about warships, I believe we've talked before, or I've talked with my ally Mystic before about this guy having mines unlocked. That is, mines level 2 is the estimate even. So let's build a minesweeper. Let's create a ship, which is a freighter. overhead in there. Or, yeah, just 4 engines. Or you can just have them in the cells there. And now as many Minesweeper components as will fit. That's one too many. Good. So that's 10 Minesweeper components. And we still have 20 kilotons of space, so I'm gonna put a PDC gun in there, put some armor plates in there, put a sensor in there. Put a scanner jammer in there, so people don't know what to expect. Probably a good idea while the people don't know what design is yet, but as far as I've seen, only one guy who is not the Zorn has scanners out. Are we wrong about this? I thought we saw somebody with scanners. Might be wrong about this, just talking about something different. Okay, this should be moving at 9 speed, just like our warships, the destroyers. Could put a solar collector in here. It's not a bad idea. Just regenerate some of that supply. Yeah. What do we call this thing? Misery. We should give it a name instead of just calling it Minesweeper. Let's call it Gorgep, sure. Normally, when I'm playing single player, I would put the amount of mines they can sweep, in this case 60, in the name, so they can easily add together how much minesweeping capacity I have in a given location or fleet. But since this is a multiplayer game, I'm not going to put quite that much information inside the name. Do not get hurt, and you are a sweeper of the mines. Good. Now 60 mines is built relatively quickly. I might want 1 or 2 of these, but that's something that these planets are likely going to build to support the invasion relatively soon. Yes, these are all passing through. If he has a sensor on these platforms, he should be able to see that I have ships passing by him towards that system. Did we get a read on these platforms of his? Enemy unit designs. Those are Banshees. Banshees and Bowman. He does not, in fact, have sensors on these. Oh, he has an APB and 3 missiles on that. 20 armor. He has more defenses on these, yeah. That's better. And more PD to absorb those missiles that we are shooting. Definitely reacting to us, as said before. Good. Then our planets down here all are busy. You can just stay there. So you just stay there. I think now that we have a treaty with our neighbor down here, we can just send them to Sentry. So there's that ship here. You also had a destroyer, that light cruiser. Where's that gone? See, at the start there's this one bigger ship here as well. Oh, he's jumped it through. Sent it back home, probably to repair it. Of course, both of his ships had the presumably refitted onto them point defense guns, not repaired. Fortunately for him, I'm not in a position to strike just yet. Okay, you were going to colonize that from a homeworld. We gave a homeworld something to do. Some defense drones to accompany our invasion giants, but afterwards our homeworld is going to be free once more. Mineral-wise, we're still fine. We could definitely go and kill all our organics production on our homeworld and just refit that to more minerals. Then again, we don't need the minerals right now, so we should use the yard capacity to build warshipy things. What you can always use is just more scouts, more sensors. More information is always good. So instead of building one of these though, this is what you want to build for scouting. But then we get into problems of launching these troop types and these drone types and then that drone type. I don't want to have them go into the same group necessarily. What's the population like? Happy. You think if we put 200 police troops on here, they would be very happy? Get that extra 10% bonus. It would not take that much to build. It would take 2,000 minerals to build. 2 turns. Yeah. No, I just build one of these to accompany the other ship up there. There you go. Talking about mines. I want to lay some as well. Let's go for non-obsolete unit designs. Yes, we've already designed a mine. What we have not designed is a layer of the mine. So let's take this design, strip it down to be a basic freight ship, and put in some mine layers. Or rather, put in some cargo base and a single mine layer. There's no point really having more of them. They do technically launch the mines in combat as well, but you rarely need to launch more of them at once. In fact, we could just put a satellite launcher or something in here as well. More fighters cannot use fighter or drone launchers. Yes, that's a requirement in the new balance mod, so that you would actually use the carrier hulls instead of just freighter hulls for carriers. But why are they still in the list then? Then you just make it so that these cannot be placed on freighter hulls. Bad. Yeah, okay, let's make this a generic cargo deployer, even though I don't really see myself deploying satellites in the immediate future. We might later to just get a sensor net going. Then I won't have to build new ships. Okay. 10 kilotons remaining, could put a sensor in there. Not enough for a ordnance collector. Just put some armor plates in here. If you run into an asteroid belt or something, to absorb a little bit more damage. Okay. You will also want to not get hurt. Your design type is not a sweeper of the mine, but a layer of the mine. Or should we just designate your cargo transport, since it's technically for both types of cargo that you can deploy now. And your name will be Delirious. It sounds like a decent warbird name. Tinger. That's the Klingon, not even warbirds, it's Klingon destroyer name. Although there was in Star Trek canon this thing where the Klingons traded ships against cloaking devices from the Romulans, so maybe that's from that. Yeah, sure, let's call this a Licinius class. Sounds Romulan enough. Then we have something useful to do with our homeworld. Or we build ships which we don't necessarily have an immediate use for. Go up, and we're gonna need to find some place to build mines on. You're still busy. You're still busy. You're still busy. You're still busy. You are still busy and very slow while you're doing it. This drone group is transferring. Did we launch a second drone here? No. Wasn't this planet supposed to launch one of its extra drones? I think we might have already done it last time. Launch your last drone then. Next one is not gonna finish this turn, okay. Where do we build the mines? You are definitely busy. And you're busy. Building important research centers. We can improve our technology. Look at that. Yeah, we have 3k research points. Most other people are not quite that far up yet. But you are all busy. This system might be the least busy, but it's building drones. Thinking about where I want to lay mines, it's probably down here, like at the south point of this system, maybe the south point of this one. Oh no, it's the black hole, so here. Yes, just generally breathers I want to colonize here as well. Should claim these sooner rather than later, get those extra yard queues going. If only this planet wasn't so busy building important warships. We could, of course, delay these research centers, and I think that's what we should do. We could also just queue up more mines at our homeworld. Fill up the ship with how much can it carry? 1560 cargo space. I think a mine is 10 kilotons. Yeah, 156 mines is what we need to construct for first batch, which on such a planet would take 5 turns. Let's build those mines here. After your climate control facility. If you put it up, it takes 2 turns again. Only if it's in the top position and remembers how much partial progress it has done already. That's why I always put things that I want to build in the second queue slot, so I don't lose that partial progress. I've talked about it before, but if you have something that takes more than 1 turn to build, you can actually see it happen. Could build it here. This place doesn't have a yard, so it's gonna take long. Okay. Then let's build the colony ships to claim the breathers down here, which is an ice, gas, rock. I want to micro optimize these again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 for the ice, 16 for the gas. I don't have a gas establisher 8. I have an ice establisher volume 8, and the ice is carbon dioxide, so I do not need it to be volume. Yes, let's micro optimize more designs. What else is fun in life? Establish ice volume, take out these cargo bags. Save ourselves those couple minerals and build our time. Okay, then your 8 speed. You are now officially an established ice 8. And we want the gas 8 to be blessed with volume. So let's just take a 9. Oh yeah, that one was misnamed. That one didn't actually have any cargo volume. So I should gas volume 8. And this one is 17, so it's going to need 9 movement. Right, but that one was a green one again, so it doesn't need the volume. I don't have an establisher gas for volume, and I don't need the extra sensors and stuff. First of all, let's queue up the ice volume and the gas. No, the gas volume and the ice non-volume. Gas volume, ice 8. Top down, and then 9 gas, no volume. Oh, that's this one that was just falsely named. Okay. And then the last one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to jump through. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 to move to the rock planet. So we're gonna need 7 movement to reach it in 2 turns. Are you? No, you're not hurting anybody, so you don't need to fly circles around these. Then just rock establisher without volume 8, was it? Yeah? Was it 8? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, yes. 7. So we should reuse 7. We just gave this thing 1 cargo bay for some reason, so let's reuse that, I guess. Okay. It's gonna delay some of the research centers, but I want these yards up faster than I want these research centers. Same thing we should do here, actually. I don't really care that much about these extra yard queues going right there. Or a couple of facilities we can plant on these. Should probably make some more warships here. Or more likely war drones. I'll queue up another batch of drones, mines. It's gonna take a little longer here. 156 mines. That would take me 3 ships to sweep, for instance. And it's already a decent minefield for this early in the game. Okay. No ships need orders anymore. Our research is going to finish this turn. Just 3% more effort, barring any unexpected setbacks. But I think the setbacks and breakthroughs actually applied after the regular research points are spent, so I'm not entirely sure. Then, of course, afterwards we want to spend it on cloaking, but where do we spend the rest of this turn? So I think we need small weapons. We can unlock the small plasmas. It's easy enough to do. The guns were at max. Plasma missiles isn't really going to make a difference. Group weapons, just ground cannons. Bombardment weapons. We might want napalm sooner or later. Honestly, any glassing we're going to be doing is with missiles from a longer range than these napalms can do. The napalms are direct fire weapons, so they can't be shot down by point defense, but they're not as long range. Ship capture, be nice. Get some technology out of our opponents, and if anything you want to do this early game when there isn't massive minefields and massive fleets everywhere yet, it's still easier to micro single ships into and out of hostile terrain. Could take some direct fire weapons like high energy discharge. Haste polar one might be an option if somebody is going heavily on shields, but it's just so easy to counter, just slap some armor plates in. Unit weapon mounts for weapon platforms, but weapon platforms also use missiles, so no. Could try and go for bigger ships, but we seem to be mainly staying on drones. Still trying to get somebody to give me cultural studies tech, so some sort of applied science level it is. Oops, we don't really need that. Fighters. Weapon platforms 2 together with the unit mounts unlocks the large weapons platform mount, which is actually really good to give you extra range on your static defenses. Naked systems, computers, ally was researching engines. Supply, we could go for shields, get more HP out of our things. Try and up scanners if we do in fact get sensors, but since my neighbor gave me 1,000 radioactives as a gift instead of the sensors. I don't think I'm going to get them. Applied research is a little bit expensive always. Could upgrade our mining facilities. That's something we could do. Just get espionage up. Next level of intelligence services would unlock sabotage planets and espionage planets. Right now it's just ships. What I want is Empire-wide right now. Empire-wide, I believe, also steals the technologies if you're lucky. Honestly, I don't have an immediate requirement for anything to research right now. Computers 2 doesn't show anything. There's still combat computers, they are like central control computers, but I think they're higher level. I should get a higher level of mines. High level of mines would allow you to build mines that can cloak at a higher level, so they aren't seen by the basic sensors that everybody has. Actually, what is the cloak level that all mines have? Just tell me. Chip size. Not detectable by sensors below site level 3. Okay, I think site level 3 is what we and most people have. Sees at site level 3 here. So somebody with basic sensors 4 would see our lines. Not only those people, and the person I'm immediately concerned with is not among them. Look at me agonizing for half an hour about what to research next here. I'm probably not going to finish it, I'm just going to dump like 2,700 research points into it. Maybe we should try to find something easy enough to get like armor. Armor is good enough. We're not gonna unlock a new stealth plating, and we're gonna obsolete those with cloaking devices soon enough, but let's get more HP on stuff. It's easy enough to slap 5 or 10 kilotons of armor on a drone as well, compared to just shields. And armor actually scales the HP that Seeker weapons have as well. So your missiles get harder to shoot down if you have armor, so I'm gonna take a level of armor. Good. That's decided. Now, diplomacy. He was, I believe, fine on minerals. I don't need to give him any more. He's going to give me that gift to ensure our lasting peace. I'm of course going to accept that gift, and I'm going to tell him that I'm going to rename very many facilities and institutions and such after him. Gift has been accepted by the Emperor. I almost want to be cheeky and say something like, yes, I'm going to name a new intelligence facility on the Tal Shiar that is going to sabotage and espionage in your empire after you, but that would be that would not be appropriate tone, I'm afraid. I will command my subjects to concede to your request or to honor your request. I was using honor with OU, maybe he's a Brit. I command my subjects to fulfill your request and name a facility after that. after him. Yeah. Or city that will be used to improve. Okay. As for the matter of with the planets there, planetas there, breathable was Romulans. Just so happens that they're very close to his war point. Yes, that's very convenient actually. Map Gen throwing your bone there. I'm leaving the other worlds to you. The other worlds there to you. I'm just going to leave it ambiguous since I'm just speaking Canopus and not Canopus and Texrec above, where I'm definitely going to claim more. Although most of my colonizers seem to be going eastwards from there right now. Okay. I should keep this pleasant exchange going. Try to find out what he is missing. Are there any resources or requirements or goals your empire wants to fulfill? If he tells me he is short on organics, I can just try and shoot his organics first or something once we go to war. Are there any goals your empire is trying to fulfill? Any KPIs to achieve or something like that? For those who don't speak business bullshit, key performance indicator like small time goals. Aims your empire has any? How do I formulate this? Is there anything your empire requires right now? Yes. Oh, I did a typo, but as we've talked about before, fuck typos. Messages sent, messages sent, messages sent, nothing else we got sent back. Good. Then let's leave it at that for this turn.